Good day, class. This morning we'll be discussing or we'll be learning about pronoun and antecedent agreement. So, in our previous lessons, we already talked about pronouns, right? Just a quick recap: pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. Now, let's talk about antecedents. What are antecedents? Okay, so the antecedent of a pronoun is the word to which the pronoun refers. Okay, in simple terms, kinsa man ang gipasabtan sa pronoun. Okay, that is the antecedent. So we have here a few examples. Chelsea finished her presentation. Okay. So the pronoun is her. So Chelsea is the antecedent and her is the pronoun. Kinsa ang gipasabtan sa her? Si Chelsea. So si Chelsea ang atuang antecedent. Chelsea is the antecedent. Second example, Jack is an engineer and he owns his own consulting company. So Jack is the antecedent of the pronouns he and his. He and his refers to Jack. So Jack is the antecedent. Now, my parents sold their house. Okay, so my parents or the parents is a plural antecedent for the possessive pronoun there. Okay, so dili si my, dili ako ang antecedent ana. It's not about me, but it's about my parents. So it's about the parents. Thus, we'll be using the pronoun there, which is plural. Now, there are a few rules to remember when it comes to antecedent or pronoun antecedent agreement. Let's start with the first rule. Okay, number one, the pronoun and its antecedent agree in gender and number. So, if ang imong pronoun is female, then or feminine, then ang imuhang antecedent dapat mo agree pod and so on. So, for example, the girl finished her job. Okay? Kinsa man ang atuang antecedent dire? Okay, it's the girl. So we're using the pronoun her. Okay, the singular pronoun agrees with the singular antecedent. So since the girl is singular, the girl is only one, then then we're also going to use her, which is a singular pronoun. Okay, singular man po ang atong antecedents, the girl. Next, the boys finished their job. Okay, so what's the antecedent here? Okay, correct. The boys. Ang atong antecedent, the boys. So boys, that's plural antecedent. So we're also going to use a plural pronoun. Thus, we're using their. The boys finished their job. Okay, second rule to remember. The pronoun is masculine, he, his, him, when the antecedent is masculine. Okay, so if ang atong pronoun masculine or if ang atong antecedent masculine, then dapat ang atong pronoun masculine pod. And feminine, she, her, hers, when the antecedent is feminine. Okay? So if ang atong antecedent feminine, then we're going to use feminine pronouns as well. And when the antecedent has no gender association, okay? Meaning possibly in the sentence wala gi-specify kung bayi ba na or laki ba na or whatever ang atong antecedent, then we're going to use the neutral pronouns it or its. Okay, for example, Jane called her friend. Okay, who is the antecedent here? Sa atong antecedent ani nga sentence? Okay, the antecedent is Jane. So Jane is a feminine antecedent. Thus, we're also using a feminine Okay, a feminine pronoun. Jane and her are both singular and feminine. 'Di ba? Going back to the previous rule, pronoun and its antecedent agree in gender and number. So kung singular si antecedent, singular pud si pronoun. If plural si antecedent, then plural pud si pronoun. Okay? John called his friend. Okay? What's the antecedent here? Okay, that's right, John. John is the antecedent. John and his are both singular and masculine. So, si John masculine man, then we're also going to use the pronoun his. Okay, pronoun his, that's for masculine. And both are singular. Okay, let's go to the third rule. A plural pronoun should be used with a compound antecedent joined by and. Okay, so what is a compound antecedent? Okay, a compound antecedent is made up of two or more words joined by and or. Okay, so meaning duha ka buok. Okay, compound meaning gisumpay dili lang usa ka word but it's two and it's joined by either and or. So in this case for the third rule it says a plural pronoun should be used. So we're going to use a plural pronoun if if we have a compound antecedent and they're joined by and. For example, his car and boat were left in their usual places. Okay, the antecedent here we're talking about the car and the boat. Okay, so car and boat, duha naman na sila kabuok. There's two of them, car and boat. So we're also going to use the plural pronoun there. Okay? Dili usara, dili it. Kung usara na siya, kung car lang or boat lang, then we can use the singular neutral pronoun it. But in this case, the car and boat, they're joined by and. Okay, so we're using plural pronoun there. Second example, Mary and Bill ran until they were exhausted. Okay, that's Mary and Bill. The two of them were running. Okay, they ran until they were exhausted. So Mary and Bill, that's a compound antecedent. So we're using the plural pronoun they. All right. Now, fourth rule. A singular pronoun is used to refer to two or more singular antecedents joined by or nor. Okay, so we're going to use singular pronoun. Okay, we're going to use singular pronoun if ang atuang antecedents kay singular pud. Okay? Meaning duha or more, two or more ang atong antecedents, but they are singular and they are joined by or nor. Let's check the first example. Ben or Tom will give his presentation today. Okay? So what's the antecedent here? Okay, the antecedent Ben or Tom. Okay, singular antecedents, Ben or Tom. So, Ben or Tom, Ben, usara man kabuk si Ben. Ben is only one person. Tom is also only one person. Thus, we're using the singular pronoun his. Okay, Ben or Tom will give his presentation today. Okay, another interpretation for that, Ben or Tom, meaning it's either Ben will give the presentation or Tom will give the presentation. So his, singular lang, usa lang nila ang mo-present, dili silang duha. Okay, so we're using singular pronoun. And we have two singular antecedents joined by or nor. Okay, next. A plural pronoun is used with two or more plural antecedents joined by or nor. So we're going to use plural pronoun if our antecedents, if we have multiple antecedents and puro sila plural. Okay? Or a plural, yeah, puro sila plural. So for example, either the juniors or the seniors are singing their class song. So we're going to use plural antecedent. No, we're going to use plural pronoun. Kaya ang atong antecedents kay plural man. So, juniors. Ang atong antecedent, juniors or seniors. The juniors or the seniors. So, that's plural. Okay, plural. Now, we're going to use the plural pronoun there. Okay? So, either the juniors, ang mga juniors, or either the seniors, plural gyapon, still plural, are singing their class song. So, again, for a plural pronoun is used with two or more plural antecedents. So plural antecedents, plural pronoun. Okay? Singular antecedent, singular pronoun. Okay, rule number 5. When a singular antecedent and a plural antecedent are joined by or nor, use a pronoun that agrees with the nearer antecedent. Okay? In rule number 4, we have multiple antecedents, 'di ba? Ben or Tom, the juniors or the seniors. But Ben or Tom puro singular. The juniors or the seniors puro plural. That is why ni-agree pud ang atuang antecedent immediately. Ang atuang pronoun, I mean, ni-agree immediately sa atong antecedent. Now, what if ang atong antecedent kay singular, naapod tay antecedent nga plural? Okay? What are we gonna do? And they're joined by or nor. So we're going to use the pronoun that agrees with the nearer antecedent. So kung kinsa tong mas duol sa pronoun, then siya mo'y ato ang agrihan. Okay? Let's start with the first example. The boy or his parents will present their idea. Okay, what's the antecedent here? Okay, the antecedents, boy or his parents. Okay, we're talking about the boy or his parents. Now, boy is singular. His parents, though, the parents, plural, diba? Parents, plural form. So, what pronoun are we gonna use? Yeah, we're gonna use, very good, plural pud nga pronoun. That's why we're using there. Kay mas duol man si parents. Okay? It's the nearer antecedent. So, the boy or his parents will present their idea. Okay? What if atua siyang bayluon? Okay, let's try to interchange it, their position. The parents or the boy will present his idea. Okay, you see there? Diba? Parents, that's plural. The boy is singular. Who is the nearer antecedent? Okay, the boy is the nearer antecedent. That's why we're using the singular pronoun his. Okay, so again, if ang atong antecedents ang usa singular, ang usa plural, and they are joined by or nor, then remember that the pronoun should agree with the nearer antecedent. Kinsa ang mas duol nga antecedent, then our pronoun would agree with that. Okay, rule number 6. Okay, it's almost well, we're almost done with all of the rules. Rule number 6, use a singular pronoun when a collective noun refers to a group as a single unit. So hopefully you still remember collective nouns. Okay, so unsa ganito ang ato ang collective nouns? We talked about this before. We discussed this. So examples are a pack of wolves, okay, a swarm of bees, a colony of ants, a team of players, or a choir of singers. So those are examples of collective noun. Now we're going to use a singular pronoun when a collective noun refers to a group as a single unit. So in simple words, if the collective noun is doing like one action as a group or a single unit, then we're going to use a singular pronoun. For example, first sentence, the class decided it wanted to do the project. Okay, so what's the antecedent here? Okay, the antecedent is the collective noun class. Okay, so we're talking about the class. Now, the class decided it wanted to do the project. We're using the singular pronoun it. Why is that? Okay, if you notice in the sentence, it says to do the project. That means usara ka project ang ilahang buhaton. Okay? And they're going to do it together. Okay? They're going to do one project and they're going to do it together as a single unit. That is why we're using the singular pronoun it. Okay? The class decided it wanted to do the project. Okay? They're doing the project as a single unit. Okay? Dili sila magbinagsa. It's not an individual project but one project that will be done by the entire class together. Okay? Now, use a plural pronoun when the collective noun refers to a group's members as individuals. Okay? If they're going to do the project individually, then we're not going to use it anymore. Okay? So, use a plural pronoun when the collective noun refers to a group's members as individuals. For example, the class stayed in their desks. Okay, what's the antecedent here? Again, the antecedent is class, the class. Now, the pronoun is plural there. Kaya nga naman. Okay? Okay, if you notice in the sentence, we have the word desks, meaning daghan nga mga desks. Okay? So each of them individually decided to stay in their desks. Nga maglingkod sila din sa ilang chair, magstay ra sila din sa ilahang desks or tables. Okay? So individually, the action is done individually. The class stayed in their desks. Okay? Let's go back to the first example. So for example, ang project nila kay individual, meaning possibly lain-lain sila og project kada usa or just one, the same task but individual ang pag-perform. So we're going to say the class decided they wanted to do their projects. Okay? So again, singular pronoun if the collective noun refers to a group as a single unit. Okay? If they're going to do the task together as a single unit, and use plural pronoun when the collective noun refers to a group's members as individuals. Kung individual siya. Okay. Seventh rule. Use the relative pronouns who, whom, which, and that with the appropriate antecedents. Okay. So again, we also discussed this about relative pronouns. Okay. One of the many kinds of pronouns. So we have to make sure nga appropriate. Okay. So for example, kung unsa atong antecedent dapat appropriate pud nga relative pronoun ang ato ang gamiton. So for example, it says here who refers to people and animals that have names. Okay, we're going to use the relative pronoun who for people or animals that have names. For example, sample sentence, he is the one who committed the crime. Okay, he. Okay? He, that is the antecedent. He is a person. Okay? He, di ba? He is a person. So we're using the relative pronoun who, which refers to he which is a person. Okay, which refers to animals and things. Which refers to animals and things. For example, sample sentence, the biology book, which is on the table, was very helpful. Okay, again, the biology book, which is on the table, was very helpful. What's the antecedent here? Yeah, okay, the antecedent is the biology book. So that's why we're using which. Okay, this relative pronoun can be used if we're referring to things. Okay? So, di ba, nag-agree ang atong pronoun sa atuang antecedent. Next, that refers to animals, things, and sometimes to people. Okay? So, sample sentence, the house that is on the right is being demolished. Now, tell me, what is the antecedent here? Asa man ato antecedent? Okay? The antecedent is the house. Okay, ang balay. We're talking about the house. That is why we're using the relative pronoun that. Okay, that can be used when we are referring to things like the house. Okay, so these are the, again, we have in our Google Classroom, we have a document about this. Okay, if you want to, yeah, kindly read it. Not if you want to, kindly read it so that you can review or you can rewatch this video again. You can listen to it again. And then after watching, there is an activity that you have to answer and you have to submit within the day. All right. Okay. The weather is not good, and even if the weather is not good, we have to make sure we can still catch up. The good thing about this, the reason why I decided to like just do recording, so that you can do self-paced learning. Okay, kay basin unya og tungod sa bad weather, wala kayo mo signal, then you can decide when to watch it. Okay, when to watch this. But if possible, kindly complete the activities within the day. Do the complete the task within the day, so that we can catch up if in case we don't know what will happen tomorrow, if we can have face to face or still the same. Anyway, keep posted sa atuang group chat and sa atuang Google Classroom, and thank you so much everyone. Be safe.